Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In this video, what we're going to discuss is we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the drama that's kind of taken over the whole franchise with the latest discussions of the player's family. We got Micah Parsons' brother, CeeDee Lamb's, I believe, mother, and then Dak Prescott's, I believe, cousin, all coming out on social media and kind of discussing a whole bunch of topics around should Dak Prescott not be there. Dak Prescott's cousin, Tad Prescott, I believe, he's voiced his opinion kind of saying how he wants Dak Prescott out of Dallas. CeeDee Lamb's mother has said something about like she wishes they had a quarterback like the one in Houston, implying C.J. Stroud. And there's just like a whole bunch of drama kind of surrounding Dallas right now. So what I want to discuss in this video is I kind of want to talk about the drama, talk about how it kind of started, what's going on, how I think Jerry Jones, I guess, is going to have to be the one to kind of settle everything down, cool the fire off. And then I also want to talk about, could the Dallas Cowboys move on from Dak Prescott? Because for those of you who didn't know, he's in the last year of his contract right now. I believe it's like a $40-50 million, maybe even $60 million cap hit this season. The last year of his contract. So if they were to get through the season, they get back, maybe they get back to the playoffs, or they don't get the playoffs, or they just don't go anywhere in the playoffs and they get eliminated. Next year, they could decide to move on from him. So without further ado, we're going to kind of get into it, and we're going to discuss, like I said, we're going to talk about the whole situation as to why the whole all the family members have started up in an uproar right now over Dak Prescott. And then we're going to talk about, could Dak Prescott be moved on, or the Cowboys move on from Dak Prescott? And then if they do move on, who could they replace him with? Could it be a free agent? Could it be a draft pick? Who knows? So without further ado, we're going to get straight on into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like onto this video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know the link to this website that I'm on right now is going to be down in the description, so if you want to go read it completely for yourself, feel free to do so. Now, getting right into this now, correction, like I said in the intro, I said cousin, it was his brother, Tad Prescott. It says here, Dak Prescott's brother has joined in the choir of family members of Dallas Cowboys players who have want out of the America's team experience. And right here is actually the tweet itself. It says here, Cowboys fans, quote, Cowboys fans, why continue to DM me? Trust me, if I could get Dak to leave Dallas, I would. I too want him out of Dallas. The city and the organization have been great to he and our family, but done with the drama and the so-called fans, but he loves his team and wants to bring it rings. Quote. Right before that tweet went out, the drama obviously was started with CeeDee Lamb's mother, says here on Facebook, saying, quote, Dak isn't it, along with saying that her son deserves better. Then also said, quote, they need to get rid of his ass. It's guys on the team that want a ring. They work too hard. He don't want to win a ring, quote. And like I said in the intro about how they were saying that they want somebody different, like a C.J. Stroud. Right here's the proof from the Facebook post. Right here kind of saying, I wish he would. C.J. is great. Basically saying, replying to another comment saying, tell the youngin to come to the home team. CJ would love him. It says here Lamb's mom and especially Parsons' brother are insisting that they have problems with the Cowboys themselves. Terrence Parsons says, quote, the organization, quote, has committed, quote, crimes against Micah, quote. Now, with this whole drama, where does it kind of start with? It starts with over the past couple years, we've seen Dak Prescott, he plays really good in the regular season, we get to the playoffs, and then everything just seems to crumble. Now, I want to point out something to these family members. If they were not Cowboys fans before their sons, nephews, granddaughters, whatever, got drafted to the Dallas Cowboys, you need to realize something. The Cowboys are, in a way, cursed. They have been cursed since about 1995. Get used to it. They are the team, they are America's team they're gonna have their ups, they're gonna have their downs, then they're gonna have their ups again in the regular season. But then when they hit that playoff mark, maybe they win a playoff game. But when they get to that divisional round, they're gonna crash hard. And I find it ironic that you have a receiver blaming the quarterback, you have a quarterback kind of blaming everybody else, and then you have a defensive player also blaming the quarterback. But last time I checked, didn't the defense the reason they lost to the Packers? So why is Micah Parsons going after, or his family going after Dak Prescott? Hey, Micah Parsons, why didn't you play better in that game? And now before anybody comes after me, yes, I know the defensive coordinator Dan Quinn put Micah Parsons in very bad situations. He was making him play a lot of coverage rather than just letting him rush the passer in that game. I get it. But then again, you have the approval in some ways as one of the best defensive players in the league, or possible defensive player of the year, to just say, fuck you, coach, I'm going to do what I want out here. Like, what's he going to do? Pull you from the game and then let the national media rip his ass apart saying, why the hell did you pull Micah? Now, when it comes to CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb is playing really good. Dak Prescott is playing really good. So I don't really understand that part either. When you kind of look at it as CeeDee Lamb had probably his best statistical season this past season. Why do you not like Dak Prescott? Like, if you had a better quarterback, you'd be having the best season we've ever seen by a fucking receiver. Better than a Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, ever. And last time I checked, unless you plan on going trading for Patrick Mahomes, you ain't getting anything better. Now, for those of you who do remember, when Dak Prescott became the quarterback in Dallas, who was the quarterback then? We had Tony Romo. Tony Romo, great quarterback. Now he works for CBS. But going back to that time, he was on, I believe, like a last year or two of his contract. Prescott was drafted in the 4th round, 5th round, correct me in the comments, from Mississippi State. He came there, and then he ended up starting as a rookie, led them to a #1 seed with Ezekiel Elliott as the running back. They became the #1 seed. They ended up losing in the first round, though. Correction, the original round, because they were the #1 seed. But Dak Prescott came onto the scene, and he just blossomed. He was a really good quarterback out there. So real quickly, I'm going to kind of give you guys a couple of options. Dallas Cowboy fans, let me know. Let me know if you agree or disagree with these options. I'm going to go through some free agent quarterbacks and then some, let's say, draft eligible quarterbacks that I'm not saying you should go after them, but I'm saying if you got them, would you be happy with them? First up, this one's a very weird one because I don't think it's going to happen, but who says Kirk Cousins couldn't come to the Cowboys? Kirk Cousins plays really well, has the stats to back it up. Now imagine if he was somewhere like the Dallas Cowboys where he can just go out there and just play his game and he don't have to worry about shit. Minnesota has had a very up and down defense. Now imagine him playing with a really good defense. He would be really good with Dallas, I think. And the second quarterback that I don't see it happening, but if they were to say want to pay another quarterback big time money, quarterback that's out there that kind of fondling with the high tier money, Baker Mayfield. I made a video previously talking about Baker Mayfield if he's going to get top tier money from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It looks like it could happen. Well, that remains to be seen. But I'm just saying, do the Cowboys want to go give him the money? Now looking at some draft prospects of who they could select in the NFL draft, I'm saying this: could Dallas repeat itself like what they did with last time? Dak Prescott, 4th, 5th round pick. So they're obviously not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. Could they? They could. But I'm just saying, let's look at who they could possibly select in a 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Now, let's just say they decided to, maybe, if they wanted to draft a guy in the first round, they could go after a Bo Nix. Bo Nix looks like he could be selected anywhere from like a top 15 to maybe like a late 2nd round pick. He's got a very wide window. Now, if you disagree with me, that's your opinion. But I'm just saying, the draft is a very unexpected world, and Bo Nix could fall anywhere in that range. And if Dallas wanted to select him in their 1st round pick, they could. If they wanted to wait and maybe see if he falls a little bit further, if that is a quarterback they would like to have, maybe they could go there. Another quarterback that could very easily fall in like 3rd, 4th round, Spencer Rattler. He's got a very sneaky athletic vibe to him. He can run around. He's got a big arm. His accuracy is a little bit questionable in my opinion. He needs to be coached up some, but I think he could be a very good quarterback in the NFL if he was coached the right way. And the last quarterback is Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis, obviously he broke his leg in Florida State in the very last regular season game of the year, or 2nd to last regular season game of the year. So it was a little bit of heartbreak for him. He's going to be coming back from injury. Let's say he comes back from injury and he's good to go. He's 6'1", 212 pounds. He's got a good frame. He can run. He can pass. He looked like a Heisman contender, maybe Heisman winner, before he broke his leg. Now, imagine him on the Cowboys team. You get a run game going. You get him rolling around. He's faster than Dak Prescott, so you could get a little bit of RPO going. Get him on some bootlegs. Maybe he could take off down the sideline. He could be a very good quarterback in the system. Now, here's the last thing I'll kind of say about this whole thing. I think the family members, they need to settle down. They're speaking off of emotions right now. They lost in the playoffs. They're a little bit hot. They're heated. They're pissed. I know as a Browns fan, you're hit. You're pissed. You want everybody fired. You want to trade everybody. Here's something you need to remember. Dak's on the last year of his contract. Play it out. You see how it goes. Micah will be due for his contract extension, I think either this offseason or next offseason. So he'll be getting a big payday. CeeDee Lamb, obviously, it's been reported in the news he's going to be probably the highest paid receiver in NFL history whenever it comes his time to sign. So I think before the family members start freaking out and saying that Dak Prescott is ruining their careers, no, he's not. Just settle down, take it day by day. And last thing you need to remember, if you want to win rings and you want to always be good at like the top tier level, or at least maybe once every 5-10 years win a ring, get out of Dallas. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I'm gonna be honest, I hate the Cowboys to death, but I'm just saying, even Cowboys fans at this point are kind of coming out and saying, you don't want to be in Dallas if you want to win rings. It's just going to be an ever-ending year after year of suffering at this point. Because as you look around the league, you see teams that are winning rings, then they have a little bit of a downslope, then they come back up and they can maybe win another ring a couple years later. The Cowboys are like, they're just like this team that's like always here. They're always at the top, but they can never get that last go up to get to some playoff wins and then get to the Super Bowl and then hit the top of the mountain. They can't do it. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And you want to leave your opinion on the whole thing down in the comment section down below. Leave a comment down there if you think it's a good idea, bad idea for Dak Prescott to leave the Cowboys, if you think they'd be better or worse without him, and what you think about the whole family situation. If you think the Cowboys have a big problem on their hands right now, or if you think it'll all just kind of blow over within the next few days, let me know your opinion in the comments. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so, and do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.